Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be sharing my all-time favorite colored pages that I've ever done. So these are the ones that just make me really happy every time I look at them, and the pages where everything came together just right, or where I've tried something new and it actually worked. So some of these are from way back when I first started coloring, and others are more recent, but each one has a tiny little bit of a story behind it. So I really enjoyed looking through all my books to find these favorite pages. So let's get to it. Let's have a look at them. Let's start off with Tanglewood by Jessica Palmer. My favorite page I've done in this book is this one here. I love how bright it is. I'm not one for changing colors up. So if this is a brown tree, I'd usually be doing that brown. But I thought I'd take the gamble and change it up and just go really bright. And I really love the way that it turned out. I also love how the collage pieces turned out that I've put down here and in here. I think that they just add an extra something to the page. And also the memory of doing this page makes me happy as well. So just looking at it makes me feel joy, because I did color this in while I was on a camping trip with my family. So I felt nice and relaxed, and that kind of brings back that feeling when I look at it. We've also got The Curse of the Vampire Robot. There's actually two pictures in here that I like. So I'll show you both of them. This is not a coloring book. This is a children's book, but I realize it has got black and white pages. So I thought it'd be a nice book to color in, and I really do enjoy coloring it in. So just this one here, it's got a bit of collage again. With this one, these trees here, I've added in here. So they're collage, and also the mushrooms. And I like how the way I've edited them added a little bit more depth to the picture. But before I added the collage trees, these robot wolves were in the forefront. And now it looks like they're more in the middle of the picture. So it just gives it a little bit more depth. So I really enjoy the way I did that, and I like how it worked out. And I just like the overall picture. I think it's cute. I like how this guy's a little bit bright, and it was actually really enjoyed colouring in, because it's something a little bit different than you usually get in other colouring books. And then just recently I coloured in this page here, which I love too, because I love how bright it is. I really like using bright colours. I don't know if you can see, but it's just got little bits of silver that I've added in there, metallic silver, and I liked how that worked out as well. Then I've got a picture in Dark Fairy Tales by Crook, which is just this one here. And it's a bit creepy, and I think that's why I like it. I really like what I did with the kids' eyes. I really like how I made them black, put crosses in it, and then had the blood coming out. I think it just makes the overall picture really work. I like the shiny bit that I put in here as well. I just think it's an interesting picture to look at. The picture in general is really interesting as well, and I really like the way they coloured it in. So with this one, I did most of it with alcohol markers. So I based everything with alcohol markers, and then just went over the top with my Prismacolors. And obviously a little bit of gel pen at the end. Then we've got this book, which is The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. So this one here, which is another bright one. I've just noticed that all the pictures that I like are bright. I also really enjoyed colouring this in, which makes it, like I said, nice to look at for me. I just like the colours I used, and the way I used a lot of different things that I got right into the acrylic markers here. I think this is when I got them. Quite a few new acrylic markers. I use a lot of stuff on here as well, which I enjoy. So I've used some ink tents. I've used some metallic markers, some acrylic markers, some gel pens, some, I think, just normal Prismacolor pencils. So yeah, a lot of stuff. Oh, and also collage here. So this, I popped this goose in here as well. That wasn't in there before. So yeah, lots of stuff I've used on that page, and I think it all just interacts really well together. We have got Escape to Oz, one of my little favourite books. This is one of my project books, so I'm going to try and finish this sometime soon. I'm trying to add collage to every single page. So the page I am going to show you is just this one here. I'm absolutely in love with this page. I actually did this page probably a year and a half ago, maybe even a little bit longer. And I just really like how it turned out. I coloured the whole thing in with just watercolour textures and just put them on a palette, a bit of water, and then just did it that way, making them into watercolour. And I just really like how that worked on this paper. And then I did quite a lot of collage and I just made it look super chaotic, and I really like the way it turned out. So with the collage, just so you can see, I added in quite a lot. I'll tell you what I added in collage so you can see all the different things that I added in. So I added in this little clock here. I added in this plane coming through here and crashing. Also added in this little bird, and then the man that's coming out of the crashing plane. I added in this chicken here, this bird here, added in this little possum here. I added in this little bottle, this chicken, I think I said that. I added in this little man here. I added in the snake and also this little mouse here. So I added in a lot of stuff just to make it look a little bit more chaotic than it actually is. I also cut out the windows and added in this background. So I added in this crow in this window here and just the background as well. So overall, I just made the scene a little bit more enhanced with all the chaos, and I really wanted there to be some animals in there, and there wasn't any animals or anything like that in there before, so that's why I added all them in there. Still one of my favorites, really enjoy looking at it, and I'm really glad it's one of the first pictures in this book. Now we've got one in Shooting Star by Maria Trolle, and this one is this one here. So this once again has got a lot of different medium on there, and I again started this when I was on holiday in Broome visiting my sister, so it brings back nice feelings for me. I really like how pictures do that. It's like when you listen to a song. Like when you listen to a song, you can remember where you were when you heard it, or sometimes with me when I will read a book and then if I reread that book, I remember the first place that I read it. So it brings back really lovely memories. So with this, a lot of business is going on. I coloured the background with Prismacolor, and then also all around here I've done watercolour, and then I have added this little whale in here. So I have collaged him in there, and then also collaged in these pieces of paper down here. So these are the papers that I did myself. So basically I just painted on some plain white paper and then I just cut them out into shapes. This one here I painted on I think it was some script from a book or something like that. And just so I wanted there to be a little writing underneath just for a little bit of difference in there. And then I got my acrylic paint out and I just painted in all these splashes. So really there's a lot going on, but I think it's pretty cool to look at. Everywhere you look, you'll see something different. And I really like the color combination I used there as well. Then we've got this one in Mythographic Labyrinth, and this is one of my new ones. I actually have two favorite pages in here, but I will just show you this one here. So I really like the colors I used, how bright they are, and I like the concept I did with the collage as well. So at the top here, I cut the whole thing out. It might be a little bit hard to see because of the light. I might try and move the light around a little bit. There we go. I think that's a little bit better. So you can see where just here is the background that I put in. So I cut the background out and try to make that look like it was a little bit of a storm. And then I put just down the bottom here some fire, like from a volcano. So I wanted it to look like this was the volcanic smoke coming out the top. I also added in this Smurf here and this Smurf as well, giving it a little bit of extra character. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix this light up. It's a bit hard to see. So if you have a look here, there's that Smurf, and then there's this one just under the water. It's just got his little bubble head hanging out, and this one's just got a little bit. This guy looks a bit scared, but this guy's walking up to see what's going on. And I really, really like this big octopus here as well. And I tried really hard to make it look like it was really old underneath here, and I think I really succeeded with that as well, so that's good. So yeah, definitely one of my faves, that one is. And then we've got The Search for the Light Bulb Burglar, still one of my favourite books. And another one with collage. So just this one here. I love how I put, so what I did with this one is I cut everything out, and then I put a kind of a beach scene, as you can see at the background, and then added in this bird here. Also, I put a little bit of collage inside the light bulb as well, just in here, just to make it look like it's a bit of a scene inside the light bulb. So I coloured this light bulb with watercolour and then made these cool little drops with isopropyl alcohol. And I really like how when you drop that onto watercolour, it like spreads out and makes these beautiful little blooms. So that's why I really like that one. I just like the colours as well. It's really, really nice one. And then we've got The Beauty of Horror, and I really like this one. And the reason I really like this one, I'm going to have to move this light again, I think, so we can see it better, is I like this hand here. So what I did was I just coloured all this in. Most of this book, what I'm colouring in this book with is watercolour. Also, I'm using just water-based markers as well, and then just rinsing them out with some water, because this paper is really, really good for that. And I really like how there's nothing on the back side too, so you can go to town on it. But then I also decided to put this hand in there, and I really like how the hand looks like it's coming out of the page and then holding up this Mr. Pumpkinhead. So I really like how that worked out. Probably one of my favourite collage pieces that I've done. I'm really into horror stuff. I love colouring in horror stuff. So this is just like one of my absolute fave horror pictures that I've coloured in. So there's not really much with the colouring that's special. I just think the overall thing looks really cool with the hand. Then we've got Woodland Watercolour, and this one's just a simple one, but I really like it. I did this when I first got this book. I really just like how simple it is. I love the colours I've used, and this is when I very first started using watercolours. So I just really like how it worked out. I like the bees. I like everything. I really do. I've put a little bit of gold in there on the bees' wings. I don't know if you can see that. So most of this is with watercolour, and then I did use a little bit of gel pen to go around it as well at the end. And then the last one is this one here. I like the way that the gold's on there. Colour combination's really good, and I just think the picture's really cool as well. I have done a bit of collage in this one as well, just with the back here. I have cut out whatever was under here, and I've just popped in that bit of picture there. I used mostly Inktense on this page, and then also some gel pen and I think some Prismacolor as well, but it is mostly Inktense, and also some Clearo gold. I do find that Clearo is one of the most sparkly and shiny gold colours. So there you have it. They're my favourite pages. I enjoyed showing you them, and I also enjoyed looking through my books and finding them. So thanks very much for watching, and hopefully I will do another video very soon. Sorry, I've been a little bit slack, but I will get back on track. Okay, so see you later. Bye. Happy colouring.